Hello, my Training Tuesday friends. So good of you to join on this Tuesday right before Christmas break. It is a little different today in that I'm the only one presenting, and since I'm the main host usually, I'm not going to really tell you all my credentials. You're going to have to just figure it out on your own through my LinkedIn. But really, I hope this isn't your first time coming to Training Tuesday. If it is, my name is Heidi Reese, and I am the Training Program Manager here at Dayton Superior. Welcome to you. We do have an exciting presentation, so we'll tell you all about Dayton Superior and Simons and what we can offer as far as the brands and other training solutions for you. And not only about hand trainings, but we do customize things to fit your needs as well. And we'll talk about that throughout. But before we get started, just a couple of items like I normally state. Today's training is recorded and they are placed out on YouTube and the DaytonSuperior.com website so that you can get to them later on. Also, everyone who's joined is muted. So I still want you to ask questions throughout. You can do that through the question and answer functionality as well as chatting through me. All of that is found in Zoom in your little taskbar. And you can do that throughout and we'll try to get to those questions at the end. If not, I will get back to you at the very end and email them to you. All right, so let's go ahead and get started, shall we? So this presentation is intended for training purposes only. For technical specifications on any products mentioned, please go to DaytonSuperior.com. Usually at the end of these presentations, I also let you know about the resources and whatnot that are available to you. We have so much on DaytonSuperior.com that you can find. Just use the search functionality. You'll find technical data sheets, safety data sheets, and much, much more. But today we're going to chat about training. So first of all, in order to understand training and what's needed, in case you're not aware of who Dayton Superior is, we are the leading provider of engineered solutions for the concrete construction industry. We specialize in accessories, chemicals, and forming. And we have competitive products for 99% of that industry. So that's a big deal. Our products are designed for performance, strength, and safety in mind, of course. And with that, we have engineered solutions. So those engineers that I referenced for the safety and performance in mind, they help us out. But in addition to that, creating the products and the new products, we have engineering solutions, whether they be through products and programs or our engineering staff to provide you the support you need for bridge deck, precast, tilt up, and forming, whether it be customized or not. So along with the largest, most experienced engineering and sales team in the industry, we offer a lot of support for you, whether it be from the customer service, our 24-hour ordering and account status, or our technical support team like the TSRs that can come to you and help you with what you need for the product on the job site. And of course, training, something near and dear to my heart and what we're going to be talking about. And let's talk about the solutions. So with training, like I said, we have accessories, forming, and chemicals. All of the brands that you see floating on the screen right now are available to you for the products. So for rebar, we've got the taper lock, the sleeve lock, the DBDI, you see them, AccuBrace, Cody Clip, you name it. For chemicals, we have liquids, powders, epoxies, whether it be concrete repair and restoration or something that you need for the new designs, whether it be for precast chemicals or tilt-up chemicals. For forming, you may have already used some of our Simons forming and shoring products, and so you'll know already that they really are adaptable, strong, and save the labor costs that are for you. So I first want to get started with what is offered. We're going to talk about these Training Tuesdays. You're taking one now. They are very short and to the point. They are supposed to be, little snippets to get you excited about the product. You might only need these half hour. We have been building our mini training tutorials out and have, I think, like 80 right now ready for you online. So for some, that's all you need, like I said, or you can get a feel for the product and ask more. We're here for you for that. Our customers have really felt these are beneficial, and I highly suggest you go out and check them out for yourself. So how the heck do you find them? So I put this together and I'll walk you through it here. If you look at the resources there, you go all the way over to the online videos, you see product videos, training videos, and aha, Training Tuesday. We're going to go ahead and click on that, and then you'll go to the Training Tuesday webinar video page that houses the latest and greatest. But what if you need something that's bridge deck, or in this case, rebar splicing? We're going to go ahead and click on that. And there you are. You've come to the Training Tuesdays that have all of the rebar splicing Training Tuesdays on there. We've also put in some resources that can be available that go along with them. And then, but maybe you want to, I don't know, look at chemicals or wall forming. I think we're going to choose chemicals. So now we're on to the chemical webinar, and look at all the ones we have available to you and ones that are associated as well. Another easy way to do it is just go into the search functionality and type in Training Tuesday. I'm constantly spouting during these things that type it in, you'll get two links, one to register and the other to see the Training Tuesdays. Clicking on there, notice we're right back where we were when we went through the toolbar. So simple enough, right? And I just wanted you to be aware that we have a lot of them and we're constantly updating them. Some we've tried not to do too many duplications, but even if the newer ones aren't as good as the old ones, sometimes we merge them together because it is really a training session for you to be able to take. Our internals take it as onboarding. You can take it as a little enticer. And then you can say, I want more information. So additionally, we have in-person or virtual classes in anything concrete construction accessory-wise or chemical, Simon's forming and shoring. Boy, this sounds like what I was saying, who is Dayton Superior, right? But that's the point. We have engineering tools that I referenced, so there's trainings around that. We have AIA for the architects and the continuing education classes for the developers, for the engineers, I should say, and the developers can watch those as well or look at those. And then we can provide custom trainings. So if you see something out there right now for Training Tuesday and you really want to expand on that, talk to Chuck and myself and we can make that happen for you. So I'm going to go through these really quick because I want to get to the actual guts of the presentation. But who are experts? You've heard me do a lot with Chuck Hoke here. He is our national training manager and he is the guru of everything that is concrete, accessories, chemicals, forming, he knows it all. But in addition, we have chemical product managers and directors, forming as well. We have the DOT, as Department of Transportation, and the BABA, Build America, Buy America, and Cody Clip Product Manager. And we have a Canadian resource for you that can provide you with technical sales information and many of our products. In addition, we have the Tilt Up organization. So we have a lot of the technical sales representatives I refer to. But in addition to that, we have engineering group. They handle Tiltworks, Slabworks, and AccuBrace for the rental fleet. The Tiltworks is actually Mr. Tilt himself. He built the thing, so you know you're getting some good information from those presentations. In addition, if you need rebar splicing, we have a whole group for you there. In precast, we have a team that can help you decide or to figure out what will meet the needs for your precast job. And then we have a whole line of chemical professionals here that can assist you as well. Now we're going to dive into all of the things that we have. You're going to notice a theme here of in-person or virtual, but it's really about what you need. A lot of times, if it's just a one-on-one, a lunch and learn, it might be better that we get your sales guy there and then we can provide one of the like Chucks to call in. And so it becomes a both in person and virtual. For example, we're going to talk about accessories, general construction, the Cody Clip overview, and you're going to see this presented in the precast and the tilt-up area as well. Don't worry, there's not too much duplication, but it is a quick overview of our rebar tying system, and it's approximately a half an hour. You see one of our professionals down there with it, that's Taylor that you saw on the other slides, providing a demo. And we can come out and do that for you too. We can let you handle it and provide a demo for you. So you just need to let us know. In addition, we have forming using sticks and boards, and that's approximately 1.5 hours. It is dealing with plywood and 2x lumber, 2x lumber. And you're going to understand the use and application of both medium and light duty for doing these sticks and boards creation construction. Bar supports are very important. As you know, you see that image in the middle there. Anytime you're dealing with rebar, you need it to be stable. So our bar supports can handle that in various applications. You can have a short and sweet presentation of what bar supports are available and which ones to use. That's approximately half an hour. But if you want to estimate and get the usage based on the CRSI standards with the various types of applications, we need about 2 hours for that. And it's helpful to see what we have and how you estimate for your project. So moving on to Bridge Deck, we get a lot of questions, or I should say requests for this. We have a Bridge Deck forming, which separately, all these checks that you see under the cover is about 2 hours each, 2 hours each. The whole thing is approximately 5. And during that, it's going to cover both the interior and exterior of the bridge deck, along with all of the accessories, overhang brackets, hangers. You're going to learn how to fill the job information sheet out because you'll understand how to estimate. And that will be both estimations of the products that you need for the bar support, or well, bar support as well, but also for the bridge deck. And the bar support portion of it is going to be how much you need for the deck itself, and then understanding how to calculate everything. Now, the one to the right is exactly what I just said, but it includes rebar splicing in there. And that is a full day class because it's going to cover all of it. In addition, it's going to cover splicing products that are used in bridge deck applications. Okay, so we're moving on to tilt. We've got a super superior tilt team. And just to note, I know a lot of times when Chuck and I have big trainings here at the corporate office, we get a lot of feedback that says, why didn't get anything tilt? Why not? Well, the reason being is because you have to be an authorized tilt tub distributor in order to sell Dayton Superior's tilt products. Okay, so what the heck does that mean? We've put together a presentation of sorts of training to let you know what it means. And the duration of that's approximately half an hour, a lunch and learn concept. We'll bring somebody in or on the phone and they can discuss the investments both for you and Dayton Superior, the training requirements, because you have to make sure that you are safe in handling these products, and that's a big deal. And then as well as the advantages of what it means to you as the person who will be selling these on our behalf. So that's a quick one. We're going to talk about the authorized training in a moment, but the intro to tilt up. So, okay, I just said that you have to be authorized. Why in the world are you starting with this? Well, the audience for this 1 to 2 hour long course is more of the distributor dealer, and it's focused on that because anyone who's new to tilt or Dayton Superior products needs to understand that. So if someone has already been authorized and they're sending another person in, this is a way to get into understanding what tilt is. And it covers that brief discussion on products as well as benefits of utilizing Dayton Superior products. It references and goes over the superior tilt up team value. That's all of the support that you will gain from this, whether it be from sale, customer service, and engineering support. In addition, we have brace rentals and services, one of which is an AccuBrace helical ground anchor. And we can, upon request, there's a picture of Brad there right in the middle doing it right now. There's a hands-on brace lift and clutch inspection and maintenance, and we can bring those out, or you can come to us and show the bracing, and we'll tell you how that is achieved and what you need to look for your inspections. Okay, I talked about authorized tilt up. Now, what does it cover? It's a full day training, and the audience is the dealers and contractors that would become authorized. It will, if it's in person, and it kind of should be, can provide you with hands-on samples so you can actually touch the products and see them and figure out, you know, what is used, maybe the type of lifting system that you want. But it covers how the program works. You can read it there, flying on there. But it's going to really talk about all of the facets of the tilt-up process and go through what I just talked about, and specifically the estimating of these elements on the job site. So that's where tilt work and the extra additional engineering services comes in. So maybe you've made it past that and now you're interested in some engineering services training. We've got 2 of them here that are both roughly a half an hour to 45 minutes. And honestly, they're along the lines of, we have a free estimating program and tool that's on DaytonSuperior.com. You know, one of the sales dudes can come out and tell you how to use it. You know, if you're uncomfortable with it and can't figure it out. It's not that hard, but sometimes, you know, you plug this information in and you really want to make sure you're doing it right. We can show you. The tilt-up engineering, tilt works, and slab works incorporated into that. Again, Mr. Tilt, I'm not sure if he's on this presentation right now. He hates it when I call him that in a loving way. But he built this thing that you see on the screen right now. That is truly tilt works and putting the information in and getting the estimations back And that really works to save time, and the lead times, it gets efficiency going on your project, and it keeps your project on schedule. Okay, so lastly for Tilt Up, we have ACI and TCA certification. So these are led by Dayton Superior, and they need to be in person. You will receive a certification or multiple certifications at the end. And I say the duration is approximately 1 to 2 hours, but that is specifically for the testing. It takes multiple weeks for this class because it's very important and covers a lot. Dayton Superior and TCA have teamed together to provide you with a kind of a bundled approach, not only for our products, but much more in-depth on courses and estimating. Things like Tilt Up 101 company certification can be achieved, or the preparatory course. ACI certified Tilt Up technician supervisor exams there, and we can also get you some reduced cost on travel with the TCA. So let's talk precast now, shall we? You're seeing some images there of our innovation center, and the center is our chemical guys because we send them out as well for precast and Tilt Up. It's not just chemical related. So now I'm going to change the way that we're looking at these trainings that are available to you. Everything that you see going on the screen right now are individual trainings that take a half an hour to 1.5 hours. Well, how come? That depends on the level of detail that you need. When I started this presentation, I referenced that Training Tuesdays, they're quick blurbs. Well, maybe you really only need like another 20 minutes because you just really want to talk and do question answer and get to the point of what your company is questioning or wanting, right? So these courses are offered in person and virtually. You can mix and match. We can add Swift Lift and Fleet Lift together, or you can do one at a time over a course of whatever. And there they are for precast. So chemicals, like I keep saying, are needed for most everything on the job. Specifically for precast, we put together an overview into precast chemicals. Again, in person or virtual, it is full day, specifically geared to precasters, and it will go over form releases, waterproofing, grouts, cures, repair products, everything that you need to make sure that your forms release appropriately and don't have gunk on them. And then they will go over the best practices, uses of that. So moving to rebar splicing, you can see there to the left and right, we're in the Innovation Center, but we're in what we call the Visionarium. And here's our taper lock machine. And if you don't know what that is and you want to, I encourage you to take that class, which is taper lock splicing system. So again, all courses are approximately half an hour to 1.5 hours, depending on what you need. And you can do all of them. I think Chuck told me that all 5 that you see there are about 2 hours in length total. Otherwise, they're the half an hour to 1.5. So chemicals, we love our goop. As you can see from these pictures present here, it's a lot of hands going on, and this is in our chemical lab. It's straight from a couple of trainings we conducted here at Dayton Superior's corporate office. I think it was July, I don't know for sure, but yes, you can come and hang out in our facility and we'll talk to you more about that in a minute. But I wanted to show you that not only do we present presentations to you, but we, if we can, want to get you more hands-on because it's best to learn in 2 different ways. And this is what's happening here is people are looking at the demonstrations of what's happening and they're figuring out the types that will fit for their projects and what they want to sell. We have a general overview to go over that. So all of the different types of chemicals for liquids, powders, epoxies, grouts, and Casica, we have an introduction to all of these. And it will go over the products themselves and how to use them. And it's approximately 2.5 days. Now look at all of these 12 different trainings, quite a bit there, right? So maybe you already know about the general overview and you're ready to dive into 1 or more chemicals that you sell or use. We got you covered, right? So you can mix and match those guys, or you can just go down the line. A lot of these are Training Tuesdays, so it's good for you to go out there and watch them, get the questions ready, and then it becomes more customized. I keep saying those words, but I think that's really what we're here for. I know it is. It's about being able to stand behind our products and allowing to help you, the consumer, understand how to use them. So I referenced all of the chemicals, but we also have a decorative concrete. It's called our Top Pass Decorative Finishing System. It is in person because hands-on, we can do a virtual one to tell you about it. But if you see these images right here, these are us going out to California, and those guys are actually using our product. And it's not just a job site. They're training on this. They're looking at the different colors because we have different etches, and they are based on the different color levels, so you know visually which ones you're talking about and putting on there. But this is an overview of surface retarders and how they work and how you apply them. And you're going to learn which decorative concrete products fit your project and the system that gets the best results. And speaking of results, let's look at some. So we have residential and commercial here. To the left is the pool. A little fancier than my pool was growing up, but it's cool. And then we also have, I think the top right is somewhere in Seattle. The bottom is palm trees. I'm thinking that's Florida, but the point here is look at the different etches that we have, the different colors, and that's created from the Top Pass product. So for Tilt Up, we referenced the AIA already, but I wanted you to know that we have more than just tilt. We have, for Tilt Up, the modern architectural method of construction. So let me take a step back. The American Institute of Architects, AIA, you can go to aia.org to find more information out, but it's approved continuing education courses for architects. And we have to go through stringent approval process, and everything is unbiased, meaning we can talk about Dayton Superior, but not as we are presenting this information to you. So you know that they have been approved, and it's really offering that validity to engineers as well as developers, because engineers also need continuing education courses, and it'll help them keep their license up to date. So I wanted you to be aware that we offer these. They are pre-approved by AIA. We're constantly going through. Right now, we're working on 2 more for the year, and hopefully they'll get approved and be able to relay this information to you in an unbiased fashion. Okay, Simon's Forming and Shoring. This is another one of our favorites. With the Simons, we have steel ply and Simply systems among some other forming systems. But for steel ply, they're in person because it is hands-on. You will be in a classroom as well. It can be an hour. We'll be hands-on for that. It'll be a day mostly. You're going to learn use and application, and first and foremost, safety. You're going to understand concrete form pressure. That's very important to know because you don't want blowouts. So if you don't know what that means, there you go. There's some training for you. And estimations on the types of accessories that correspond with that product. The Simply system is obviously a different system, but the same concept in training. It's in person and can be a half a day to 5 hours. I guess that's the other way around. Well, or 5 hours, I should say. Safety is important to us. So we're going to teach you that as well as application of the forms, how to put them together. You see the imagery there. Mr. Chuck is talking to us about the product, and then we have some gentlemen actually putting it together. Lastly, on our forming system is Maxiform STS. You notice since I'm the one doing this presentation, Chuck's on vacation. He loves it when I use his picture, so he's not even seeing it. But I just think it's cute that he's sitting there talking about Maxiform and the steel form. And, he jokes about his size, which whatever, but it really holds and it looks like he's on a swing. So I always want to use this picture with the Maxiform. It is in person because you're going to put all of the things together and you're going to understand the use and application of things, specifically around FlexForm, the obviously Maxiform and Maxiform STS system, and you'll go through some basic steel form and space lift. All of that works together because that's what I was talking about of how it's adaptable. Our shoring systems, we've got all of these. Highlight is just for the West Coast. We've got frame fast, deck fast, and drop head system. All of those are approximately 1.5 to 2.5 hours. And the garage beam system is not really used too much, but we know that people out there might need some training. So we've done a custom fit for that. So you just need to contact us. Okay, in closing, to me, this is the fun part. want to invite you to come out to Dayton Superior Corporate Office. Like I said, we've got innovation centers, we've got a chemical lab, you've seen some imagery there, training facilities, as well as visionarium. I cannot say the word. And let's watch Mr. Chuck kind of talk us through that.
Welcome to the Dayton Superior Innovation Center. 20,000 square feet of classroom available for you to actually get to know what we have. I'm Chuck Hoke. I'm the National Training Manager here at Dayton Superior, and we have training classes available in steel ply, sim ply, maxiform, shoring, and any other products that
Nobody
you see
gets sick.
Dayton
I know it goes
Superior
fast.
involved in. Bridge deck,
Here's our bridge deck.
chemical, tilt up, and precast are all included. And here we've got over 18,000 square feet of our training center, seating capacity for 100 people. We can break it down into 2 different groups if we have to. We are equipped with video monitors and on-screen presentation. So come, join us here for training sometime.
That's right, join us for training. So let's look at some images. This is where Chuck was standing and doing that video. Unfortunately, I had him do it really quick right before Christmas break so I could have it in here. This is our innovation center. Here's some more pictures on that of when you first walk in. I kept referencing the visionarium. Well, there's it right here. You can see it here as well. We have a chemical area as well as the precast over here in our tilt and active brace and all of the forming. We have presented things within the Innovation Center, not only in the visionarium, the chemical lab, just out and about. And it's really a good place to, if you can't put things together, you see it in action. Come to us. We have in-house training centers. He was standing there. This is just half of the room. Half of this room, if you add it together, will be approximately 100 people broken down. Let's look at some training classes that have taken place in that room. As you notice, this is the full view of that room. There's an area that comes across so we can partition that off and have more intimate classes, or it's big. We also have done where you break out sessions, excuse me, where you've done breakout sessions where they're in the class and then you move to the visionarium or you move to the lab, and that's really worked well. In addition, we can come to you. You know, there's field support. And then this was the Topcast gentleman that was doing the work there. And then this recently was in California. A lot of Spanish-speaking individuals came up from Mexico and they wanted to learn tilt. Well, Chuck went down there and we had some translators and we made that happen. So how do you want to request it? All you have to do here is do a QR code or just simply email training@daytonsuperior.com. That goes to Chuck and myself and we look at that email. And it's as simple, just tell us, you know, your name, your company, and what you're trying to look for in a training. Usually I don't say this because I want more information as possible, but sometimes you just don't know. If you're like, I need tilt. Okay. So we will call you and have conversations with you to try to figure out what is the best, and then touch base with the appropriate professionals back here, all those individuals that I showed you, or it could be Chuck. You know, we can figure that out for you and get back to you. And training is provided at all types of levels. So if you are just new to even concrete, we can try to fulfill that. Hopefully you're not that new or you need to take the general classes, but then we can fill in the void of like concrete form pressure and whatnot. So I'd like to open up for questions at this time. The QR code is also right here. You can scan it now or do training@daytonsuperior.com at any time. And it doesn't have to be today, obviously, but there you have it. That's what we offer at Dayton Superior for all of our brands. Okay. If there are no questions, then that's what I have for you guys. And I really appreciate you. I know it's right before a holiday season. We'll have this up and you can listen to it later or forward it on to anybody else that might want to know what's going on with our training situation. And for that, I wish everybody a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and everybody be safe. And until next Tuesday is 2 weeks from now because we're off the next 2 weeks. So I will see you in the new year. Thanks, everyone.